Alright, so today we're playing Vampire Survivors instead of Skywars because my Wi-Fi is on like 2 bars, and I thought like, no, that's not gonna work. I haven't played this game in a bit, but I've got this little shadow character, so I thought it'd be a little interesting. Alright, and the main point of today's video, the purpose, as you might say, is I saw this movie over the weekend. I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp 3 over the weekend with a couple of my friends, and I thought, oh, wow, this movie was. It was definitely a movie, so I thought I might as well talk about it. I've heard that critics don't like this movie, and to be honest, I could definitely see why. And I'm not gonna be over here saying like, oh, it's gonna be different. No, this movie's actually amazing. It's actually like peak fiction, because it's not. No, Quantumania kind of sucks. Like it's really bad. And I mean, okay, to be fair, like I'm not gonna go over the first like 20 minutes of the movie because I completely missed that. And you know, maybe there's a little bit of bias here, but I went into the movie theater and they're like, actually you have to be 17 to watch this movie. And I told them my real age. I'm like 15, and so they're like, yeah. And then they're like, actually you gotta. So my friends were already there. I was late, right? I was late, so my friends are already there, and they're like the same age as me, but they just like lied. I didn't see the rule because apparently you have to be 17 to watch PG-13 movies after 6 p.m. Yeah, I don't really understand that rule either. But it was a rule, and I only learned about it once I tried to get my ticket that I already had. So yeah, it was real fun. And then I got one of my friends to come over and pretend to be an adult, and they're like, and he said he was 18. They believed him, but then they're like, actually you have to be 21 to go with him, and it's like, so yeah, we kind of just stood there for a while. And then the manager came up and they're like, hey guys, I see that you haven't done anything bad yet, so I'm gonna let you guys pass, but if I see one report, because they're like, this isn't a daycare, and so you guys can get in, but if I see one complaint, you guys are out. And I mean, I guess in like one, you know, small forgiving, oh, did I just do that? Okay. And one small forgiving part of my mind, I can like almost understand that, because it's like I'm sure teenagers nowadays are or just teenagers are a bunch of annoying little shits, me included. But the other side is like come on, it's a Marvel movie. No one should care. Like I guess I would understand if we were watching a good movie, but I think the guy was just trying to save us from watching this movie. It was just not worth the time at all. I'm gonna be honest. It was like 2 hours, and yeah, those 2 hours could have been better spent doing like anything else. I'm gonna get the chest now. Okay, that is also not worth it. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to my upgrade choice right now. So I was trying to get the what's it called, like the 2 guns, but I only got 1, and then I got the victory sword. So yeah, it's not looking too great. Let me go for like, let me just use up all my rerolls. Okay, sure, why not? And so yeah, we went in and watched the movie, and we were about 20 minutes behind, so we missed all the stuff that happened like on Earth. And so we just got to watch them go into the quantum realm, which if you like, I'm pretty sure you're probably caught up on the Marvel stuff, but the quantum realm is basically like this micro universe that exists like in an atom, or like it's just like a really small universe. And so that the main characters, right, basically what happened, and I read this somewhere else because I didn't have time to actually like watch this part of the movie, but basically the main character is Ant-Man, and his daughter built this machine that lets them map out the quantum realm. And remember, the quantum realm's like basically like a new dimension. And so like what this means, and keep in mind that the Ant-Man's daughter is like a teenager or something like that. And also some context from Avengers Endgame. She basically was living alone for like 5 years, and before that, in 2018, whenever Ant-Man and the Wasp took place, she was like a 10-year-old, like not even a 10-year-old, like an 8-year-old riding a cardboard ant slide, like down a slide out of the back of her house in California. So like, and then she went from that to building a machine that can map out the quantum realm, whatever that means. And so yeah, they do that, and they go through a portal into the quantum realm, and yay, we got to look at it, a boring more like colorful lights, CGI background for the entire movie, because almost the entire movie is like it's like green screen or whatever VFX they use. I'm gonna die. VFX they use nowadays. And so, okay, this is actually like this is looking really bad. Let's try not to die. I don't think I've ever beaten Green Acres, but I only have one revival, so this is a. It would be rather inconvenient if I died right now. This projectile speed is like super inconvenient. I won't even lie. Yeah, I think it's over for me. And yeah, so they go into the quantum realm, and there's some like it's like this boring CGI environment and whatever. And there's some things that happen. They get attacked by like some generic CGI monster, and then they meet some quantum people. Because apparently, like there's just like a whole civilization living there, and it's like, okay, that's cool. And so they just like they all get separated as well. And by they I mean like the main like cast, the Ant-Man people. And I don't think I really need to go over like that many of the characters because they don't really do anything. The only ones that really do anything are like Ant-Man and his daughter, and then Ant-Man's girlfriend's mom, who went into the quantum realm like a while ago, and then came back. And at the beginning of the movie, she apparently went like, "Guys, don't go into the quantum realm," even though in like during the time of Endgame, not Endgame, Infinity War, she sent Ant-Man into the quantum realm just for like a random mission. Like I'm pretty sure like it was just like some random mission as well. So yeah, that got completely contradicted. But the important part is now they're in the quantum realm and they explore for a bit. It was pretty boring. It was basically like a generic like Star Wars type of scene where they got all like these quirky looking people. There's like a broccoli guy in there. I think it was one of the promotional videos or whatever. Like that guy looks like broccoli, and he's like, yeah, he does. And broccoli tries to flirt with one of the main cast. And that was a great scene that added so much to the movie. And like I would really like to say that something impactful or meaningful happens in this movie, but no. The main villain, and this is just a bit of a spoiler. Oh, actually no, I'm gonna talk about the main villain first. So the main villain is Kang the Conqueror. He's played by this actor named Jonathan Majors, who's actually like he's like the high point of the whole film, because he actually like tries to act, and he also like the way he talks is more interesting because he adds like big pauses in between his words, and so you know there's a little bit more weight there. And he's supposed to be like they're setting up to be like the next big bad of the MCU and whatever, and so like and his powers are he shoots lasers and he has telekinesis, so it's real interesting. There's a lot of nuance that you can do with this, and the only thing he really does in the film is he gets mad a couple times. Basically, the reason why he's stuck in the quantum realm, basically. And what happens is there's like this council of Kangs, like the Council of Ricks from Rick and Morty, because apparently this guy's like a multiversal like conqueror. Like it's whole comics backstory. And so he's sent to the quantum realm because he was too evil, right? And so when he's in the quantum realm, he's sent to the quantum realm actually with a multiversal traveling ship, but they removed one of the parts, or not even, they didn't even remove it, they broke one of the parts. So then when Janet gets sucked into the quantum realm, she's stuck there and she lands right next to Kang, even though she got sucked in like the 1970s when the Cold War was happening, and Kang got like banished by a council of infinite versions of him or whatever. So yeah, they just ended up in the same area, and Janet helps him fix the quantum engine or whatever it's called. And let me see, what do Slash? Slash is good. All right, let's go. And so yeah, they kind of just like fix the machine, and they're just chilling there because Janet's stuck there for a while, and so they're just chilling, and like it's almost like they become friends. But then, right, once they get the shit to work, Janet touches the ship, and apparently it's neural linked, as in like you can see all of Kang's thoughts and memories. And it's like he's sleep talking, but like the whole time. And like if you just touch the ship, you just know like everything that's going on in his mind and like all of his past memories. And I'm not gonna address the ethical concerns because that's just like a next level of stupid. Why would you have a ship that does that? Like imagine someone touches your car and they see like every single like part of your history, like you cheating on your girlfriend with the fucking gas station clerk, or like committing 5 murders at a preschool. But like I don't understand why that would ever happen, but yeah, that's what Janet saw. And so she's like, "Oh no, you're evil." And Kang's like, "Yeah, I am." Instead of like just lying or saying like, "No, you were like hallucinating," because he could easily say that. And so she's like, and he's like, "There's nothing you can do to stop me or whatever, but like I owe this much to you. I won't hurt you, but I'm gonna go back out into the multiverse and probably kill a lot more people." And so Janet, who is a good person, decides that no, I'm not gonna let that happen, and then throws like a shrinky disc at the multiverse engine, and yeah, she just stops him like that. So that was the thing that happened. And so Kang is just stuck in the quantum realm for a while, and of course Janet doesn't tell anyone. She kind of just like went back to the real world, and she was just chilling there. Oh, look. How deep? How existential? This is gonna be really loud. Let me just turn that down. I don't know why I turned on the music, but let me just. All right, there we go. Yeah, so Kang is just stuck in the quantum realm, and during the time it takes, like during like the 5 years or whatever, or maybe like time works differently in the quantum realm, and I think that's like the whole gimmick of it as well. That's how they do the time travel in Endgame. And so like there's a whole thing that happens, and time works differently, whatever. Kang builds like a whole empire, and like dominates all the quantum people, which I'm not really sure how quantum people even exist, but that's not important. What's important is that Kang like rules over all of them now, and he's got this whole army of the most useless soldiers known to man. I swear they're actually dumber than stormtroopers, and well, they can aim, but their guns do literally nothing. Like I think they would actually be better off if they were equipped with literal guns, because yeah, they don't they don't do anything. And that's all you really need to know about them, because yeah, they're just there. And the reason why this is important is because like in the final part of the movie, there's like this big CGI battle where the CGI armies go fight each other, because there's people in the quantum realm who are trying to fight back against the bad guys, and it's like they have a CGI army. You can't even really tell who's winning most of the time. And then Kang just comes in at the end and like blasts them with some lasers and like almost kills all of them or whatever. And so yeah, that's the thing that happens. That was like his one moment, by the way, in the whole film, where he just like he shot people with lasers, and that was it. And then if you're wondering, in Ant-Man, basically they have like a whole like shrinking, and honestly you've probably seen Ant-Man, but like they have like these ants, right? And they're shrunk up to, I guess, like a normal size, so like the size of dogs or whatever. And when everyone gets sucked into the quantum realm, these ants they get sent to a farther away part of the quantum realm, just far enough where they can experience 1,000 years of evolution in one day. And so they become a Type 2 civilization, so it's like a galactic-wide civilization. But no, they're still in like they're just in that side part of the quantum realm all by themselves. And they basically become like these hyper-advanced, like, ants. I'm gonna die, I'm pretty sure. Let me just not... Okay, I don't think I could, like, not die. I think it's over for me. I wish the health bar was easier to see, but yeah. This might be... Actually, I have 10 minutes, or I think it's 5 minutes left because I'm on hurry mode. We should be fine. Please don't die. Just run to... Oh, God! Gosh darn. I'm going to die. Yeah, and the ants become, like, hyper advanced ants, and they come in and they just absolutely swarm Kang the Conqueror the main villain of the new phase of the MCU, and they just kill him. And one of my friends on the way out of the theater, he said to the manager, like, watch out for the ants. And yeah, he should have, because apparently the ants just like, but they just like, they didn't kill him, but they basically just completely defeated him. He was like hiding inside this like shield or whatever, like some sort of a, I don't really know. It was just a generic force field actually. It was like it's like the type of thing you do when you're a kid. You're like playing tag, and you don't want to be tagged, so you say force field, and you extend your arms around you, and of course no one cares because it's not actually there. The force field was basically not there. And then the ants like defeated him, and then he came back later for a little boss fight, and the boss fight was just him beating up Ant-Man. Like he just like just stomped the shit out of him. And then with the power of, actually I don't remember what happened. It was supposed to be like a big moment. Let me remember. Oh yeah, they just like shot him through the portal. Yeah, I forgot the other people who went back. There's a portal that appeared so then to get back to the real world, and so they went through that portal and they just shot Kang a bunch of times, and so then he couldn't go through the portal because that's where he's trying to go the whole time. And yeah, that was about, that's the movie. I skipped over some other stuff that happened, but most of that was just like kind of like generic Star Wars. Yeah, like the scenes in Star Wars where you're like the cantina or whatever, and there's like a bunch of quirky aliens there. That's basically what all those scenes were. And let's grab this. Let's just sit still real quick. All right. I don't know. Things are looking a little better now. I would say not for the MCU though. I think my biggest issue with this is like it's the movie isn't like it. Oh yeah, actually there's a big issue. The movie was hyped up to be all like serious and whatever, right? And when you get to like when you actually watch the movies, they're just joking. It's just like another Marvel movie. Of course, the entire universe is at stake again, because it's a Marvel movie, and yeah, so they just have like they're just joking while people around them are like dying, being literally massacred by Kang's army. Oh, I forgot to mention actually, the best part of the whole film. I said it was Kang. No, I'm wrong. It's MODOK, bro. MODOK. He's basically, they took the most forgettable villain in the entire history of forgettable villains, from Ant-Man, and they turned him. He got stuck in the quantum realm, right? And he like, when he dies, like he dies big time. His arm gets like shrunk, like collapsed. And when they find him in the movie, like Kang basically finds him and heals him. But even then, when you see that happen, like it's just this disembodied head there. So he just like survived somehow, and that was a whole thing. But the important part is they heal him, right? And he comes back in like the most goofy, the most goofy looking, like he's like like a space chair, like whatever. It's based off of his design from the comics, apparently. And at least his comics design looked like kind of cool. He just looks like a straight up goofball, like the dude from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Like it was just it's a whole thing, and the whole time, like in the whole movie, everyone just like laughs at him and tells him not to be a dick, and like, but he's like straight up like murdering people, like just shooting people, and he has like little like chain buzz saws or whatever coming out of like his short stubby arms. Actually no, I think it was like on his floating chair thing. Like he's a disabled person if you really think about it. MODOK is disabled. And at the end he makes like this big sacrifice or whatever, to save the good guys. And everyone laughs at him when he says he died in Avenger, because I mean, I think, yeah, he did not die in Avenger. But I would still say like at least he was a little goofy, even he was a little like murderous killing machine. But it's okay because we gotta laugh at that. That's funny too. And yeah, I think the problem with this movie is that like if it was like they could have just made it a small scale adventure, and that's what the point of Ant-Man was. Like it was just like a small little thing. But no, they had to go up against the big bad, and that would have been okay if it was like some sort of like impactful, emotionally emotional story, but it really wasn't. I didn't really feel anything going out of that, except for that I needed to watch out for the ants. And yeah, I think if I were to rate this movie, it'd be like mid, but like low tier mid, basically. It's don't watch this movie. I know this review comes out like a little bit late, but yeah, Quantumania is low tier mid. All right. I don't know how to end the video. So, bye.